Welcome to Barbershop 3. Coach Paul knows New York City football. We're here in the Barbershop with Dianne and Dianne. And today we're going to basically discuss the Olympics. We're going to discuss a little bit about what's going on in the NFL. You know, regular barbershop talk. Barbershop 3. Coach Paul knows New York City football. Bringing to you live and direct, where we bring football into your living room because it's life.
I'm Dianne. Hi. Nice to meet you.
You must have a really good reputation.
Oh, yeah. Only the best.
Normally, on our show, we like to relate everything to football. Are you a football fan?
I am now.
Oh, okay. That's a beautiful thing. Did you watch the Super Bowl?
I sure did.
And did you enjoy it?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, what did you think of it?
Oh, I thought it was great. Excellent. Back and forth. The way it should be.
And what about you, Davon? You enjoyed the Super Bowl?
Yeah, it was good.
As far as the NFL is concerned, too, there's also like the hot button issue with the NFL is basically diversity in the coaching ranks. What do you think is the reason why the coaching ranks aren't diversified?
Because people are racist.
Is it racism, though, or is it maybe nepotism or familiarity?
I don't know. I can't answer that. Oh, it could be politics. Is that what you mean?
No, not politics. More so like it's just people they're related to or people that they know. I think sometimes they get confused, racism and nepotism.
That's true. That's totally true.
I think it could be that. I mean, like I said before, I think that any man or anyone would try to keep any business they have in their family. So
That just makes sense, right?
it makes sense to me to keep it in the family. And if it can't be my biological kids, it got to be a cousin. It got to be somebody to keep the money in the family and the tradition in the family, whether it's coaching, whether it's owning a team, whether it's whatever, because people tend to start to see when they build things, they think of legacy. Some people rather pass it to a dumb cousin than to pass it to somebody who's capable and qualified.
You know, a lot of times you build a business because you want the business in your family and to sustain your family. So how do you really, blame somebody for wanting, their family to succeed? And it's something they created.
People want to make a lot of things cut and dry. I don't think everything is black and white. Everything is cut and dry, this, that, and the third, because, head down a little bit. Most people don't even take the time to find out why certain people do certain things a certain way. They just assume that they do it this way because of their own maybe hidden racism or their own hidden agenda. You didn't do it. You didn't create the platform. I created the platform. I should move the platform how I want to move my platform.
I agree with that 100%. That's why a lot of times, sometimes you got to be careful of how much control government has on the things that we do. I'm just saying, make sure that too much control is not put on the things that we do as, a free society. Olympics are going on. They got all kinds of stuff going on overseas. The games are still being played. Life's still going on. All these sports are getting an opportunity and a chance to play. What about football? How come football players aren't allowed to be in the Olympics? They train and practice just as hard as any Olympian, and they do it every year in and year out. The game of football is something that should be spread to the entire planet. Everywhere. Everyone should be able to enjoy the game of football. It's America's pastime. It's what we do. It's bigger than baseball. It's bigger than soccer. It's bigger than everything in America. So stay tuned and watch my upcoming segments, and you will see how I'll break down the game of football for everybody to understand. Are you guys in favor of football becoming an Olympic sport?
Absolutely.
Oh, absolutely. I think the only issue would be using the word football.
Right.
Because it might be America's number one sport, but the world's number one sport, football, is soccer.
Right.
So it will be
confusion
on what we're watching. Are we watching the football game or are we watching the football game? It's very confusing.
And there's so much money out there now where I think, enough people can put together and support and sustain an Olympic football team from the United States. The United States doesn't dominate so easily in the Olympics in basketball anymore because the world has caught fire to it. We can do the same thing with football.
Absolutely. I agree.
The same thing.
I totally agree.
So, I say, somebody needs to get it going. Hopefully the NFL, NCAA.
Maybe you.
Grassroots entertainment with the purpose. You already know. Give the
It's gonna
people
be-
what they want.
It's going to be ridicule. It's going to be hate. It's going to be somebody has to have thick skin to do that. Because anything worth getting, it was fought for. People get comfortable and they live in status and in different things where any sacrifice that is not from of heart, they won't take it. They ain't gonna take the sacrifice.
Everything comes with a price.
Everything comes with a price.
If they can sustain and support hockey teams, soccer teams, different teams
Yeah,
that require
I do think.
money,
Let's find a way.
why can't you do it for football? Doesn't make sense to me. We should be in the Olympics like any other sport.
There's
and
gotta be a
represent for our
reason.
country.
For some reason that nobody ever thought about it before. I don't understand why not.
I'm sure people have thought about it before. It's just that no one's done anything about it before. Every continent should have an NFL or NCAA and, all those things, good things that come with football.
Absolutely. Totally agree.
Start some polls, get some public pressure on some of these politicians. We got all these young men that are out here, striving every day in and out, toiling in the weight room, on the football field, getting their bodies right, all that stuff. And what's wrong with them displaying their talents to the world and representing the United States of America?
That's the way it should be.
That's what I say. God bless America.
Amen.
You heard it here first. Coach Paul knows New York City football.